Bonjour à tous et bienvenue sur Benoît494 pour ce nouvel épisode de The Dwarves. Donc dans le dernier épisode, on a atteint la porte après un combat assez difficile. Je dois bien l'avouer, j'ai du mal à gérer les phases de combat dans ce jeu, c'est un peu brouillon. Après c'est moi, hein. Je suppose que d'autres ont forcément plus de facilité que moi, mais moi j'en chie un peu. Voilà, donc Giselbart, œil de fer et les cinquièmes. Comment est-ce possible?
It really is you, isn't it?
We are the last of the
C'est des zombies.
clan. We have defied the hordes of evil since the downfall of my realm. We fell against the Elfar and were brought back to life by the perished land. But instead of serving it, we fought against it. We are rather hard to defeat, and each of my men has slain more monsters than any other dwarf before them. But such victories are a meager consolation after such a loss.
Eh bien... Bon, on va les remercier de leur aide. Quoique c'est vrai que ça fait un millier de siècles qu'ils sont maudits comme ça. À moins qu'ils veulent nous tuer eux-mêmes. Ah, ah. Oui, on est là pour forger.
Accompanied by the Mager, Andakai the Tempestuous and friends. It's grim for Girdlegard. The magical barriers that kept the Perish land in check for centuries are destroyed. A Magus by the name of Nod On controls the magic and he can't be killed. Not with any ordinary weapon.
The Dragonfire Forge. Can we light it?
No.
Oh.
It's the only place where we can forge Keenfire. The only weapon that can defeat Nodon.
The furnace cannot be lit because it never went out. We defended it against invaders from the beginning.
Génial.
It is burning as hot and bright as ever. Vracus must have known we would need it again one day. Now, rest. The gates will not fall. We'll see to that. Permit yourselves as much sleep as you need, and then we will get to work.
Cool. Merci, ta majesté. Ouh. Parce qu'on a pris cher quand même. Hein. Ah, je dois bien avouer que... Bouh. On a pris cher. Ok. Donc on a gagné des vivres, de l'or, une grande potion de guérison. Génial. Lui a malheureusement perdu la tête durant le combat. Ok, plus aucune blessure. Cool, tout le monde a été guéri. Génial. Génial, donc maintenant on peut leur parler, semble-t-il. À eux on peut pas. Ça c'est la porte, on peut la regarder. Mais on peut pas parler à eux. D'accord.
The sight of the undead dwarves who saved you makes you feel melancholy. You knew there were no living fifthlings left, but the fact that they had spent the last 1,000 cycles as undead makes this truth even more painful.
Ok. Andoka Dario.
Very thorough, Honorable Mager. I should have asked the orc to hit me on the mouth, so that you could have kissed me.
Alors celui-ci, il arrête jamais. Hein.
Fair damsels only kiss brave warriors.
An actor can be many things, including a warrior.
That is true, but your privates have fought so many battles throughout the land that I couldn't trust that their bearer wouldn't switch sides as soon as an opportunity arises. Stick with the women who adore you, actor.
You smirk. It would seem that Rodario is in good health. You don't need to worry about him.
Ok,
You've
Jeroen.
traveled far with Jeroen, but you still don't know what is hidden behind the mask. The longer you look at him, the more you believe you can see a weak glow behind the steel face.
You're wondering what is hidden behind the mask.
You sound as though you know.
When I was little, my mother told me about a being, the king of all creatures of Tion and Samusin. It wrestles with the strong and destroys the weak and incapable. His eyes are said to glow blue-violet, and the sight of him is enough to scare off the weakest. All fear him, the son of Samusin.
You aren't sure whether the Maga is joking with you. Would she really travel with the son of her god? The Maga leaves you with a meaningful smile.
Ok, on va faire le tour de tous nos braves coéquipiers. Bavragor.
I must ask you for a favor. When you get out of here, let Boindle know that I forgive him for what he did.
Bon bah c'est gentil ça.
You should tell him yourself.
The time is not right. Just tell him I understood that he loved my sister just as much as I did. I hated losing her, so I also hated the one who wielded the axe. But I don't want to die hating him.
Your confused expression prompts the stonemason to continue.
I set off to look for a glorious end to life. The time has come. I will stay here and cover you so you can get away.
You don't like the idea of leaving another of your companions behind. You want to change his mind, but he doesn't let you speak.
Il veut pas.
Don't try to change my mind. I made my decision several orbits ago.
Pas de souci.
Thank you for allowing me to prove my worth, Tungdil Gold Hand.
Tu fais un plaisir. Gondogar.
He stood against the orc without hesitation, even though he knew he was no match for it.
I was happy when you chose Goemgar, because I thought I knew how much of an artist and how little of a dwarf he was. But he proved that he was more of a dwarf than I reckoned.
What will you do when this is over? Do you still plan to go to war against the elves?
The elves' betrayal is absolute. They are to blame for the destruction of the Fifthlings, and for the death of my father and my brother. I will never be able
Je
to
pense
forgive
pas.
them.
Je pense pas que ce soit les elfes.
Betrayal by the elves. I am Glandolin Hammerstrike of the clan of the Striking Hammers, and I, unlike you, was present on that dark day as the stone gateway fell through the betrayal of a dwarf.
A dwarf?
It was Glandolin Strongarm of the clan of the Strong Arms who uttered the incantation for the first time and unlocked the gate. He surrendered our land to their hordes. He was the one who showed the Elfar a secret path into our tunnels, so they could attack us from behind and poison us. We were struck down with a mysterious fever.
Voilà, la vérité finit par jaillir.
He was a thirdling, a dwarf killer, who stole into our clan and masked himself as one of us to bring about our downfall. He died at my hand, but he rose again at the power of the perished land and uttered the secret words a second time.
Did you hear that? It wasn't the elves, it was a dwarf. How much do you believe in Développeur and his proof now when there's a dwarf standing here who was witness to it?
Hey. Voilà, la vérité finit toujours par ressurgir. Ok, on va aller parler à... Tiens, Balindis. Elle est sympa, elle, je l'aime bien. Elle est cool. Elle est cool, elle est cool.
You look at Balindis's sweaty skin, her muscles, and her hair. When you become aware of what you are doing, you stammer.
Can I help in any way?
I think the knot is coming in.
She indicates to her back with a short nod of her head.
Oh, de la romance. Comme c'est mignon.
She smiles at you radiantly.
Thank you for your help.
You feel you're melting in her smile, like steel in the forge.
Of course, you're welcome.
C'est Mimi tout plein. On peut parler à ta majesté. Ouais, on ira après. On va déjà aller parler.
A large chimney that must wind through the whole mountain to draw the smoke of the forge outside. A large chimney.
Ouais.
A large chimney.
Non mais... Il faut juste me déplacer, bon sang. Alors, t'as quelque chose à dire, très cher? Furgas.
Magister Technicus looks up from his work.
Ah, Tungdil, look what I found. Here. There are narrow steps on the walls of the chimney, and if you look right up to the top, you can see the blue of the sky.
Very good. That could be our way out once Keenfire is finished.
Ah ah. Ce sera peut-être une possibilité d'évasion. Par contre, moi je vois rien du tout en fait. Mais en fait les nains ils peuvent pas relever la tête. Voilà, ils ont le cou trop gros en fait. Ok, parlons à Narmora.
She contributed a bracelet made of teonium to complete the unusual alloy needed for Keenfire.
The bracelet was a present from my mother to protect me from the powers of good. Well, as it would seem, I am on the other side now. I've no use for it.
Hopefully you won't become too good. Keenfire can only be wielded by a foe of the dwarves.
You smile at her encouragingly, and she reciprocates your glance. Both of you know that the Alpha will always be enemies of the dwarves.
Très probable, visiblement. Voilà. Allons dire un petit mot à Boindil.
You expect a quick retort, but Boindil says nothing for quite a while.
I have been thinking about what Vracus's vision might have been when he brought together so many different people. Each has contributed towards the forging of Keenfire. We would never have set off without you. We couldn't make it without the craftsmen. We wouldn't have made it through all the orcs without the actors. And finally, the Pointier will wield Keenfire against evil.
Eh ouais.
We're the best group for this expedition. The only group who can do it.
You have forgotten yourself and your brother. You forged a way through row upon row of our foes where others would have given up.
Boindil gives you a nod, already half lost in his thoughts again.
Et ouais, c'est vrai, sans les frangins, on serait peut-être même pas arrivé jusque-là.
On the other side of the gate, the hordes of Tion are slowly drawing themselves together into an organized army. You must hurry, so that all the orcs find when they attack is an empty forge.
Des mécanismes ici. Ça a l'air intéressant, mais apparemment on peut pas les regarder. Voilà. Et là-bas. Bonjour, excusez-moi. Pardon, je passe. Excusez-moi, je suis un nain, je suis un peu bourrin. Ok, non, non, rien à dire. Bon, bah on va aller parler à ta majesté, hein. Je crois qu'il reste plus que lui à qui on n'a pas parlé. Regardez les enclumes et les forges.
Smiths could work on masterpieces of metalworking at the same time here. The Fifthlings have always been the best smiths, and you can hardly imagine what kind of amazing legendary pieces must have been created on these anvils.
Ça. Regardez Dragon Allen.
The hottest forge in Girdlegard, Dragonfire. The fire is said to originate from the dragon Branbusil, who was hunted by the Fifthlings. You are glad that you didn't have to overcome any dragons on your journey, although you know someone who would have been thrilled by the challenge.
Il y a de fortes chances. Il y a de fortes chances.
Fergus pointed out the chimney as a possible escape route. You only hope that you will get to use it.
King
Giselbart.
I still can't believe that I've met you in person.
My time passed long ago. Do people still talk about me?
Oh oui, t'es une légende, mon gars.
Many blame the Fifthlings and thus their progenitor. for the extent the perished land has advanced.
Your name is not forgotten.
The nod of the king's head is barely noticeable.
The beasts are preparing to attack.
You look at the solid iron doors and their fittings, which are protected by the runes of Vracus.
Didn't you say the furnace is safe?
Long enough. We will hold the gates for as long as necessary, at any cost. But you must be aware of what awaits us.
Ok, alors.
Keep them at bay until we have forged the axe.
Donc il faut les retenir. Ok. Ok, donc elle, bah c'est évident. Lui, ça pourrait être utile. Peut-être à la place de la décapitation, on pourrait mettre ça. Ça me semblerait pas mal. Voilà. Et qui d'autre vais-je prendre? Je pense que je vais le prendre lui. Ça me botte bien comme idée. Se ferait brutalement en chemin à travers les ennemis infligeant d'importants dégâts. Tous ceux qui se trouvent sur sa trajectoire. Repousse les ennemis. Je pense qu'on va plutôt prendre repousse les ennemis dans ce cas-là. On va lui donner un truc qui booste les attaques spéciales. Et à lui, on va lui donner un truc qui booste les dégâts des attaques automatiques. Je sais pas si c'est la... Le Furibar, c'est considéré comme une compétence automatique. Ça, c'est quoi? La recette de la potion de Giralda, d'accord. Inutile au combat, mais très précieux, ok. Ok, bah je pense qu'on n'est pas trop mal, là. Donc du coup, on va le prendre lui. De toute façon, on peut pas en prendre plus. On est 4, on est bon. Alors, c'est parti. Sauf que il reste 2 minutes à l'épisode et que si je commence le combat maintenant, ça va prolonger l'épisode beaucoup trop. Donc du coup, je pense que je vais mettre fin à l'épisode ici. Ça sera le plus simple. Et on attaquera le combat dès demain. Avec, du coup, nos 4 persos qu'on vient de choisir. C'est-à-dire Tungdil, Boingdil, Andekai et Jerun. Voilà, donc sur ce, je vous fais plein de gros bisous. Je vous dis à demain. N'hésitez pas, comme d'habitude, à liker la vidéo, à la commenter, à me donner des conseils si vous en avez. Voilà, je suis preneur, il n'y a vraiment pas de problème. N'hésitez pas aussi à vous abonner à la chaîne si ce n'est pas déjà fait, à rejoindre le groupe Steam Benoît494. Et sur ce, je vous fais des gros bisous et je vous dis à demain.